Good morning, everyone. And thank you for joining us this morning for our service of Multifaith Readings and Reflection. My name is Bavli, and I'm one of the spiritual care chaplains here at Mackenzie Health. This service of Multifaith Readings and Reflection, you will see throughout prayers, scriptures, which represent some of our multi-faith community. We encourage everyone to participate in all aspects of the service and to enjoy and celebrate those aspects that you have found most supportive and helpful to you. We hope that everyone will learn something new today, and in that spirit, keep an open mind throughout. Today's theme is friendship. So we will have an opening reflection. Friendship is a priceless gift that cannot be bought or sold, but its value is far greater than that of a mountain made of gold. For gold is cold and lifeless. It cannot see or hear. And in your times of trouble, it is powerless to cheer. It has no ears to listen and no heart to understand. It cannot bring you comfort or reach out a helping hand. So when you ask God for a gift, be thankful that He sends not diamonds, pearls, or riches, but the love of a real, true friend. Our next reading will come to us from the Hindu tradition. Let us have concord with our own people, and concord with people who are strangers to us. The divine twins create between us and the strangers a unity of hearts. May we unite in our minds, unite in our purposes, and not fight against the divine spirit within us. Let not the battle cry arise amidst many slain, nor the arrows of the war god fall in the break of day. Our next reading comes to us from the Jewish tradition. Behold how good and pleasant it is when brothers and sisters dwell in unity. It is like the precious oil upon the head, running down upon the beard, and upon the beard of Aaron, running down on the collar of his robes. It is like the dew of Hermon, which falls on the mountains of Zion, for there the Lord has commanded the blessing, life forevermore. Our next reading comes to us from the Muslim tradition. Hold fast altogether to Allah's robe, and be not divided amongst yourselves. Remember with gratitude Allah's favor on you, for you were enemies, and He joined your hearts in love, so that by His grace you became brethren. You were on the brink of a fiery pit, and He saved you from it. Thus does Allah make His signs clear to you, that you may be guided. Let there arise out of you one community, inviting to all that is good, enjoying what is right, and forbidding what is wrong. For those will be prosperous. Be not like those who are divided amongst themselves and fall into disputes after receiving clear signs. For them is a dreadful penalty. Our next reading comes to us from the Christian tradition. When you gain a friend, gain him through testing, and do not trust him hastily. For there is a friend who is such at his own convenience, but will not stand by you in your day of trouble. And there is a friend who changes into an enemy and will disclose a quarrel to your disgrace. And there is a friend who is a table companion, but will not stand by you in your day of trouble. In your prosperity, he will make himself your equal and be bold with your servants. But if you are brought low, he will turn against you, and he will hide himself from your presence. A faithful friend is a sturdy shelter. He that has found one has found a treasure. There is nothing so precious as a faithful friend, and no scales can measure his excellence. A faithful friend is an example of a good life, and those who fear the Lord will find him. Whoever fears the Lord directs his friendship aright, for as he is, so is his neighbors also. Our next reading comes to us from the Buddhist tradition. It is by dealing with a man that his virtues to be known and that two after a long time, not by one who gives it a passing thought, or no thought at all, by a wise man, not by a fool. It is by association that a man's integrity is to be known. It is in times of trouble that his fortitude is to be known. It is by conversing with him that a man's wisdom is to be known, and that too after a long time, not by one who gives it a passing thought, or no thought at all, by a wise man and not by a fool. Good morning again, everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's service. My name is Bavli, and I will give you a small reflection on the theme of friendship. So, some of you might know me, some of you might see me at the bedside, and if you know me a little bit, if I've shared anything with you about myself, you know that I love basketball. I was just talking about basketball with a few people here as well, too. I play basketball in a league every Monday and Tuesday night, and then I do pickup basketball just for fun on Thursdays and Sundays. So recently, on one of our pickup nights on Sunday, me and my buddies were playing, and it felt like an ordinary evening until a moment when my friend went down and he began to scream. We crowded around him and he was holding his left leg. A few scans later, we found out he tore his Achilles. Now, tearing your Achilles is one of the worst injuries that you can go through. It takes a very long time to get back from it. He's currently at home recovering, and he'll probably, with rehab, be playing basketball again in 9 to 12 months. I've been at his house most evenings since the injury, trying to support him. Everyone has been supportive to him, and his work even got him a special device that allows his leg to be elevated so he could do his work. He's a brother, and he's a good friend of mine that I've grown up with. So why is it that we are drawn to some people more than others? What makes us want to maintain a friendship? Friendships sometimes are like a lifeline. Connecting with like-minded people who genuinely care about one another is a gift we take for granted all too often. Friends are people we feel good with. Some make us laugh, some hear us out and really listen to our hearts. Others support us when the going gets tough, and still others just hang out with us when we need some downtime. A true friend holds up a mirror in which we can see ourselves. They are the ones who show us our strengths when all we see is weakness. They point out our good character traits like courage and loyalty when we are down on ourselves. They remind us of our past accomplishments and spur us on in our future. They build us into our lives, and we are richer for having spent time with them. We come away with a stronger sense of who we are because we have been together. But friends don't just expose the good qualities. They call it how it is sometimes. They are people in our lives who aren't afraid to tell us what they really think, who hold us accountable when we're out of line. They speak the truth in love, and in the process, make us better. Be mindful of the mirror you hold up for your friends. Do you reflect back to them the goodness you find in their hearts and in their character? Are you able to lovingly reveal the areas in their lives they need to work on? Being in a bed right now, in a hospital bed, you might be asking, where are my friends? No one has been here today to see me, and I am not sure if anyone will come. Friendships are not easy, and they are a challenge to maintain. Sometimes we tell ourselves that I don't have any real friends, and I just have acquaintances who come to me when they need something. Our readings today point to this challenge and show us what kind of characteristics a good friend should have. The Hindu reading points to a unity of mind and purpose between friends. The Jewish reading reminds us that when we are united in love with a friend, it is the greatest blessing to have. The Christian reading alludes to a friendship as being precious on a scale that cannot even measure the true essence of its beauty. The Muslim reading reminds us that friendship is about a community that has been united by Allah's favor and love for all of us. A community that is held together by the love we have for each other. We have amazing staff here at the hospital who create and foster a community within this building. You might be wondering where are your friends. But also keep in mind the nurse who spends a few extra minutes with you. Keep mind of the patient in the next bed who constantly talks and might not make any sense. Keep in mind the spiritual care practitioner, physiotherapist, maybe even a volunteer who visits and listens to your story. If we can see that we are connected, then friendships and links will be created amongst ourselves. So, my friend that I alluded to earlier is still at home recovering, and he's begun going to work from home a few days during the week. And I know it pains him to stay at home because he's a very active individual. And we've been playing basketball together since the age of 6. So I've been keeping him company with the evenings that I've been going to him, trying to get his mind off the fact that he's at home at all, and I know it's not making a difference for him. However, he does appreciate the company, and we're always sharing good laughs and creating that community that is important for him and for us. I'll conclude with a saying by Helen Keller, which she says, "Walking with a friend in the dark is better than walking alone in the light." And now we'll have a concluding reflection. Bless this day. Keep me safe and whole and compassionate. Bless my path today, and help me to act with wisdom and live in perpetual gratitude. Bless my human family, who are everywhere and everyone. Bless the creatures and the plants, and may all life be blessed on this day. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for today's service, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If you'd like to connect with a spiritual care practitioner, you can kindly ask your nurse to connect with us, or simply, if you go on the spiritual care icon on your iPad, our contact information is written there for you as well to access. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the day, and we will see you next week. Thank you.